What's going on, you dingleberries? It is James of All Trades back with a tool review just for you guys. So today I am reviewing the M18 Milwaukee angle grinder. The beefy fella, but boy is she nice. Yeah, buddy. She works to perfection, and as you can see, that blade stopped pretty fast. Has the electric stopper on it, so when you're spinning and spinning and spinning, you need to stop like that. She does, and you're good to go. All right, so right now, just the angle grinder. If you want the tool only, it can be found at Home Depot for $149. Tool only, and that's the one with the paddle shifter on the bottom here. You flip this up, push this down, and this thing goes spinning. It works great. Or you can get the Milwaukee Fuel M18 angle grinder, but with it comes with the thumb shifter instead. So without the paddle shifter, I personally like the paddle better. It's safer, I think, and it's more comfortable. But they do have many different versions. You know, Home Depot has a ton of options for, especially online, for different packages you can get. I mean, they have ones that come with 12 amp hour batteries, so you can get this guy a charger and a 12 amp hour battery for $400. But $150, if you already have the Milwaukee platform, this is a no-brainer. I mean, I like to call this the modifier, because if you have a bolt, let's say, that you need, we're not talking, a small bolt. We're talking like a ½ inch, an inch long bolt that is just too long. You put it through a couple pieces of lumber and some metal supports, and it's sticking out on the other side by a good 3 inches. You can just cut that down. You don't need to run to the store and try to find, a bolt that fits just perfect. You just modify it. I've used this at one of the properties I used to work for. They had metal doors in their basements go into their boiler rooms and all these other storage rooms, and because it's such an old building, the building would like basically settle or start to it would settle essentially. And so the metal door, when you close it would just not be able to close, and so eventually it got like, initially you could close it just by slamming it, but then opening it, I mean, you were there for a bit. So what I did was I took this guy, threw a grinder on, a grinding attachment on this, and then just shaved it down, and it closed perfectly from then on. Modification. So yeah, angle grinders, especially for you homeowners out there, angle grinder is a must-have. I would say it's a must-have after, like, a sawzall, a drill, an impact, and so basically how I would see it is, if you're a homeowner, you should have a drill with drill bits. Then you should have an impact. I would go after that with the circular saw, unless you're demoing stuff and renovating. Then I would go with the sawzall first. But drill, impact, circular saw, sawzall. Then I would go with the angle grinder. I don't know, but that's up to you. That's just me. That's kind of how I worked it. Or it depends on what you're doing too. But this, like I said, can be used to actually modify things. You can even cut wood with this too. You can cut metal, steel, grind, polish. It actually lasts a long time on the battery too. This is actually on sale right now for $149. It's usually $160, so you can save $20 by. Sorry, $169. It's usually. So you can save $20 by getting it at Home Depot right now. The reason why I like these is because it is the fuel, and fuel obviously means that it's brushless. Milwaukee totes that it's the world's first cordless grinder with corded performance. It has extreme amounts of durability. For instance, this is the same metal housing and gear system as legendary high-performance corded grinders. So this is all metal construction right here. This is your classic Milwaukee fiber reinforced plastic. But this is just screams quality. Like, this is all milled to perfection. I don't have that tool with me, otherwise I'd take it off to show you. But what's cool about this grinder is you can actually move the grinder to make it flip, like where you don't want the sparks to go. You just rotate it. You pick this piece up, and you can rotate it. So let's say you were grinding on this side. Now you can rotate it. It locks in place. Now you rotate it to that side. It's all toolless, except for attaching the actual blades and such. But yeah, not much else to say about this guy. Works to perfection. I used it actually to help me. When I moved into my house, they had a 5-inch wide, I'd say 8 foot tall, of 1/4 inch thick metal basketball hoop, and that was extremely hard to take down. Later find out that it went like another 6 feet into the ground. Like, how unnecessary was that? But it was 1/4 inch thick, so I was able to use my Sawzall, which I will show you guys later, and in another video. Oh, and this also can be reversed too on this side. But yeah, so I used my Sawzall to cut most of it. Initially, I tried using this guy. I just didn't have blades for it, like, good enough that were able to just withstand cutting through all that. So what I did with this guy is I cut notches on each side of the basketball hoop, and then used a chain. Before I knew it was another 6 feet in the ground, I used a chain to try to jack it out of there, but it was never going to happen because it was another 6 feet down. So what did I end up doing is I cut it down below grade and then grinded it with this guy. That way it's no longer sharp, and then filled it in with dirt, and it's going to spend the rest of its life there or until someone digs up the driveway. So, alright guys, this tool is James of All Trades tool approved. It is a must-have in any workshop. I would go out there and get it now so that way you can save $20. So it's only $149 today, and there's not much that you would want to do that you can't do with this tool. So, alright guys, have a good one. I will see you on the next video. See ya!